Hello everyone, welcome back to Manufactoria 2022. Hang on, sorry. Music cut out there for a second, I realized I had my windows laid out wrong. Okay, so we have left to do in the home division just Lathertron, and then we'll see what's up with whatever comes next. After the success of the Super Sprayer, minus a few minor complaints about misleading advertising, Marcus and I decided to build a companion bot. An auto loofah, scrubbing every part of its owner with unbeatable precision. All of their blue before all of their red. Well, that is just easy. So if we get a blue, then we're still in the throwing away all blue state. And if we get a red, and if we had only blues, I guess we can accept that. And if we, then once we get a red, we enter the reds only state, which I guess we can do like this. Right? Throw away a bunch of reds. If you ever get to a blue, then there must have been a mistake. All their blue before all their red. Yes, this looks correct, right? Okay. How could you do this more efficiently? It's perfect, right? We sold the sprayer lather from I could have done this one in the last video if I'd known it was going to be this easy. As a productivity tool. No more wasted minutes spent showering by hand. Would you use your new time to write a sonata or the next great American novel? Only you could decide. Thanks, Auto Loofah. Here I am composing in the shower. Amazing. Okay, so we were not perfect on with this time. That makes sense. I could have done better if I hadn't, if I were willing to duplicate. Can I say that I want a new solution stats? I see. So, yeah, 9, 2. So I indeed, pleasing fungus has 13. So the score needed for a medal, yeah, okay. And global stats, sure. So basically, the problem with this is that, as far as I can tell, we waste a turn by going back into here when we've already decided to throw the robot away. So is there some way to... I see. So it automatically manages multiple saves for you. So if I throw all this away, it'll be like, oh, you want that solution back? Like your best runtime? Got it, okay. So I can just, I can then say, okay, if we got a red, so we're accepting only reds from now on, right? As long as we get a red, go back to this state. If we get a blue, go here. And if we're out, then just go here. And so this I think is the only way to improve the runtime. Nope. I didn't make it any faster? That doesn't seem right. So okay, I guess one point to note is I don't actually need this up here, right? I could have had this go like, you reuse the entry, now that I look at it. Like blue here, white here, and red here. And then maybe this space could be useful for red somehow. But that's not even what I'm trying to improve right now. I'm trying to improve time. And my problem is that that's obviously impossible. This is the best possible time. You need to use a tick to get to this scanner. You need to bounce out with... Oh, no, of course. Oh, I remember you sneaky devil-pleasing fungus. Ugh. So, this is the fastest, elegant solution. But it has a problem. If you want to go maximum speed. Which is that to remove a blue takes 2 cycles, right? From here to here and back. And that movement time is being wasted. If you wanted to go fast, you would put another scanner here that, if it saw a blue, went back to this state. And if it saw a white, threw it away. And if it saw a red, went to like a duplicate of this area, right? And then you do the same thing down here with reds. Have the reds bounce back and forth into each other. Yes, I remember Manufactoria. Okay, let's, for old time's sake, shall we? Let's do that. So, just to prove that I remember how to play. So we need then another acceptor here. And then either one of these red nodes goes to an area that just throws away reds, and if it gets a blue, junks the robot. So, and that's going to look very much like this, right? Not very modular design, I must say. So here, if we get a blue, we throw the robot away. But if we get a red, we keep consuming it. So we need junk here and here, and acceptors here and here. Now, no. Copy all this for me. Or this at least, I guess. How do I copy? Control C. And then paste mirrored, but not color flipped. So I think that's what I want. For maximum speed. Yes, and I got an achievement for that. Steady improvement? Okay. So yes, indeed. So that's the secret tech for Manufactoria. How to not waste time on conveyor belts. And we have achieved maximum. I remember on the original Manufactoria there were a couple in the like XKCD forums thread that was tracking high scores. There were a couple levels that I was the permanent high score holder for because I was the first one to mention the optimal solution, I believe. It's been a long time. I don't know where I would ever find that. But anyway, body division. Here we go. For our move into health and fitness, the candidate picker chose Duncan, our first product designer. Duncan could tell anyone how to improve their body, even himself. Especially himself. Could we design robots people would trust with their health? If anyone could make it happen, Duncan and I could. Okay, so there's a hard level we can do whenever we want, but let's learn whatever new techniques they're teaching me. Spotterbot. In this age, many people need to go to the gym to stay healthy, but not everyone has a gym buddy to hold a towel and spot them. Duncan agreed. Why shouldn't an enormously complex piece of metal and circuitry do that for them? Yes, okay. Okay, so now we're learning about changing the tape on a robot, I guess, basically. Moving the first command to the end. Okay, this was a Manufactoria puzzle as well. It's a very basic technique that you do kind of have to learn. So, put a stamper here. If it's blue, then we write out a blue. There we go. Otherwise, we write out a red. And then we accept. They have 0 to 9, so I guess we have to accept here as well, if there was nothing. So remember, this is a consequence of the fact that the write end and the read end of these robots is the opposite, are different from each other. If you read something and then write it back again, it moves to the back of the queue. Per Duncan, the heart and soul of design was identifying with the user. Spotterbot's users were lonely, dissatisfied with their lives, and loved technology. Most of our customers were, actually. Duncan said that made his job very easy. Okay, a perfect solution. Well done. As everybody finds. Oh, except Castle. Sorry, buddy. What could you do on this level that would take longer? Or wait, what was it that his solution was not perfect at? I'm just curious. I don't mean to single you out if you're watching. Time. Oops. Probably just something like using a conveyor belt for one of these instead of making them all dumpers. That's fine. Just curious. So tell me more about FitSister. People who need workout robots the most are those who do the least working out, Duncan explained. When you're just starting out, doing a pull-up, push-up, or handstand can seem impossible, but nothing is impossible with the assistance of an advanced robotic. Remove the first two commands from the front of the tape, reverse them, and put them at the back. So you have to read something, remember it, read something else, write the second thing, then write the first thing. So that's not too hard. This may have been an original Manufactoria puzzle, I don't remember. But it's simple, I don't know. Kind of like all of Manufactoria, because you're not allowed for a long time, later eventually you are, you're not allowed any way to write to the tape, like, you can, but it usually, like, you have to consume the input in some way. And so if you write to the tape, you'll confuse yourself into thinking it's more input. And so most of what you remember in a Manufactoria program is about where in the program you are, right? Like, our memory is not in these things, but in which one of them, which place on the board we are. Why am I explaining this? I don't really remember. Just something to do with, like, this is kind of teaching you how to remember something for a while, but we already knew that. We've been doing it. It's just by where we put ourselves, so it's not actually very difficult. If we get a red, then we go up into the red area. And then if we get another red, we first stamp a red for the first one we got, and then another red. Okay, and we're guaranteed we have at least two inputs, so we then accept. If we had a blue, we first stamp a red, and then this time, though, a blue. No. I meant to stamp the blue first, and then the red. Because I read the red first, which means I want to write it last. And then we accept. So give me this. Copied, pasted, mirrored, and color flipped. This probably won't do great for area, but it should be optimal for time, I think. Is it optimal? It should be optimal for time, because we're always doing something important. It shouldn't be optimal for number of stampers. We're wasting some, right? I could reuse these somehow, right? Like I could put a belt here that goes into a belts here and here that go into a single red and a single output. And I'm sure I could do better on area somehow. Anyway, Duncan approached the FitSister with an unusual urgency. This was the only time we could sell it, he said. Soon enough, advanced muscle growth stimulators would render exercise obsolete, and then who'd buy this? Yes, so indeed it was optimal for time, as I predicted. And we could easily save 2 scanners and stampers, as I've remarked. Saving more might be tricky. Area, I don't really want to fight with area, so well, I'll just demonstrate. Actually, I can get rid of all this. This will improve my area a little as well, actually. So what I was saying was... oh, this is the same area. What am I talking about? But if we just put a single stamper here, it makes the solutions a tiny bit longer. So this is going to be worse on time. We're in the red area, right? Yeah. So now we write one thing, we reuse the red stamper on our way out. And we get the stamp for that guy. Or the metal. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'll take it. I don't really want to fight with Pleasing Fungus for area. The Examiner. Duncan argued that the medical checkup market was long overdue for disruption. How many times had you been disappointed to go to the doctor, get poked and prodded, and go home with an earful of wishy-washy maybes? We could build a robot that found serious health problems every time, sometimes in organs you didn't even know you had. Produce robots that enter with a tape beginning and ending with the same command. Junk the rest. Okay. So we're going to need two roughly identical halves of the facility. One where we're remembering that we started with red, and one where we're remembering that we got started with blue. In the meantime, we erase all the commands but one. Or, well, we erase all of them and remember the last, basically. Okay. And we never need to rejoin the old area, so fine. So we start with a scanner in arbitrary orientation. And if it's red, we now enter a mode where... well... what exactly do we do? We obviously need some kind of loop where we have a scanner, and whether we receive a blue or a red, it's a little bit tricky. Because if I receive nothing, there's always, oh no, 0 to 11? So what am I supposed to do if I get an empty tape? Does that begin and end with the same command? I don't know. Alright, let's just test this. Well, that won't tell me anything. What though if I... what if I just say... well, I don't know, put those there, whatever, but... if I put a junker here and I run the test... that'll throw it away. Is that what was supposed to happen? Robot handled correctly. So you are supposed to throw away empty ones. Run all? That's all possible inputs, I think. That's not my test. So what, though, about a blue? If it's just a single blue, I bet I should accept it, right? So this will say handled wrong. Rejected a perfectly good robot. Yeah, okay. So that clarifies my understanding of the requirements. So I guess the point is, once I've read a single red, I was thinking I had a crazy idea, and it was not the best idea. So basically, I'm gonna want two scanners up here. When the most recent robot I accepted was red, I want to be in this state so that I can accept if I run out of tape, because red was the last thing I read. Whereas if there was a blue, then I need another scanner, just like this, that that when it sends a red, sees a red, sends me back to the red state. And when it sees a blue, leaves me in the blue state. So actually I didn't need that at all. And all this stuff could have been there. Actually, copy, paste, flip, color flip. Done? Run? Okay. That was easier than I thought it was. I was kind of confused. And there should be a way to speed this up as well, using the same techniques we did before of well, maybe. It's actually not so easy. Of not, like, instead of just feeding a conveyor belt back into itself, feed it into another scanner that's sort of redundant with it. It's not so easy to see, though, how to handle that. The examiner diagnosed me with dysentery, long mouth, and infantile roseola? We might want to work on its accuracy more. He said it's a waste of time. We'd be done with all these pesky human frailties soon enough, so why over-optimize? Oh. A perfect solution in all regards, huh? Cool, I'll take it. Decapitator. Dentistry? Yes, people fear dentists, always poking around in their mouths with sharp tools. Duncan had the solution. A mechanical arm could do the same job twice as fast, and no one could be afraid of one that had a smiley face on top. Junk all robots that repeat adjacent commands. Okay. So I guess we need a state for most recent command red and a state for most recent command blue. Yeah, that seems really, actually, it's going to be very small. We have a scanner here. We do have to accept if there were no commands. Fine. But if we get a red, then we're in the most recent command red state. It's kind of annoying. I can't quite optimize it as much as I would like. I want to have just another scanner like here, like there, that like says, oh, if you were already in the red state and you got a red, then junk it, right? This looks kind of appealing. However, I don't think that's correct. Is it? Maybe it is. It's not. Because if I went from here after seeing a red, and then I saw a blue and went here, I'd have to come out this side. But I would need that to be junk, whereas I also need it to be accept if I'm just entering the state from here, right? Not accept, but continue. So I don't think you can do this with just two states, two scanners. Because you need... Yeah, there could be 0 inputs. You need a state for haven't seen anything yet, and a state for I've recently seen a red, and a state for I've recently seen a blue. Okay. So... if we want to minimize our number of scanners, then what we really should do, I think, if I can, is have both of these go to the same blue state. Is that even possible? No, not like that anyway. Alright, I'm just going to do a simple solution. Forget optimizing today. If we get a red, we'll just have a red side of the factory, and we'll do pretty well for time, but not so well for number of scanners. So if we see a red, we junk it. If we don't see a red, we accept. If we see a blue, we're on the blue side of the factory now, where a red sends us back here, nothing accepts, and a second blue yeets it. And then if we just copy this, mirror it, no, paste it, mirror it, color flip it. That should be a solution, right? Yeah. Should be pretty good on time, I think, and I'm not sure about area, but it's definitely not doing well on number of scanners. Duncan had a personal interest in this project. He was planning to swap out all his teeth with ceramic polymer substitutes just as soon as the tech was ready. He'd never been satisfied with his body, Duncan explained. The sooner he could replace it, the better. Smile! Yeah. So this was indeed good on time. I didn't actually think I was that good on time. Needed 14 or less, got 11? Okay. And yeah, you could do better in terms of area and scanners with more careful routing. But I just duplicated everything. Right, I have more states than I need here, and I could fix that, but I'm not going to. Well, I mean, it's almost half an hour, but I'll take a look at Prescriptron at least. 38% of hospital deaths were caused by human error, the third leading cause of death in the country. Duncan explained... Oh, is that a comma? I guess it is. Duncan explained passionately. Overworked doctors, surgeons, and nurses, sleep-deprived, making sloppy errors, using the wrong drugs. But why should humans be responsible for picking drugs at all? Why not leave it to a robot? Turn a blue into a red. And then produce. Ah, there's not any reds on the page, thank God. Okay. There's only blues, and we're basically dividing by 2, but rounding up? Okay, that's not too bad. I think. So, if we read a blue, we read a blue and then another blue, right? Ah, hang on. I was thinking, I don't need to worry about what comes out of the red ends of these things, because there won't be any red, but there will be. I'm putting red on. So, wait a minute, though. If the tape has only one blue, what exactly do I do? I guess it's fine. I just need to stamp it back out as is. Yeah, alright. Okay. So I'm going to be putting red on, which means I can't just ignore what the red ends do. At any time, if I read a red, that basically means I should treat it the same as a white, except I should stamp the red back on before I go. Because it means, like, I'm done. I've gotten to the end of the tape. I really should only run into a white if the input is either empty or a single blue. Otherwise, there will never be a white, but okay, I still have to check for it. So if I see a blue, what do I do? This is not a nursery rhyme, this is a genuine thought. Actually, do it that way. So if I've seen one blue and then I see a red, that means I'm done. Except, of course, that I need to replace the blue and the red that I just saw before I go. In that order. And then I can accept. If I see a blue and a blue, then I need to write a red and go back to the beginning. If I see a blue and then a nothing, I need to write out that blue. And then accept. And if I see a red, I just need to leave, right? Well, I need to write the red back out. Is that it? I thought this was harder. I see a blue, and then a blue, write a red, and go back to the beginning. I see a blue and then nothing, write the blue out and leave. I see a blue and a red, write the blue and the red out, then leave. I see just a red, write the red out, then leave. I think this is correct. Nope. Okay, good. What's wrong? Blue, blue. Blue, red. Okay. Fine. Show me what the actual confusing input was. It's this, right? I got 5 blues, and I was supposed to write blue, blue, red, red, blue. Yeah, I agree with that. I wish I had a stepping debugger or something, man. I don't think I do. Not even in test mode. Or even speed controls at all. So, alright. Oh, look, it computes the goal for me. How nice. So if I run this test and keep my finger on the pause button, go back 1 machine. What does that even mean? So I accepted, I read 2 blues and I wrote a red. So far, this is what I thought would happen. Now I read 2 more blues and I write another red. That's what I think should happen. Now I read a blue and I read a red. I write the blue and I write the red. I see. So I have the right number of symbols, but it wants me to make sure that the blue is at the end. Okay. That's a little harder. I don't have the ability to use green and yellow yet. That's those were useful control mechanisms in the original Manufactoria, which I assume we'll get to eventually. So, wait, can I just write red and then blue? Because I know that everything on the tape already is red, and I want the last thing to be blue? I think I can do that. Okay. There you go. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Duncan seemed a bit tired himself. When I asked, he explained he was midway through switching from a biphasic sleep schedule to an advanced polyphasic mode, giving him an extra hour of waking time every day. Duncan offered to send me his routine, but I confess I preferred more than 4 uninterrupted hours of sleep a night. Cool. So we were optimal, a little better than desired. Well, not optimal, but better than required on time. Wait, show me stats? That was what I actually wanted. 4 scanners and stampers, huh? And half the area. Well, we certainly need 2 scanners, so it must be the stampers we can cut down on. Somehow. I mean, okay, I can easily remove one stamper by having this red. Like, there's two identical states, right? These blue stampers are both going straight to the exit. So, I could merge those two states. But that doesn't get me down to 4, it gets me down to 6. I have to remove 2 more somehow. I don't think I'm smart enough for that. I don't have any ideas even. Here I need to read a red. Here I just swallowed up a red and I need to replace it before I output. I don't know. I wonder if I could, like... No, I was thinking I could optimistically write something and then scan it, but that doesn't make any sense. You don't get to scan back what you just wrote. And even if you could, how would that be useful? I don't know. I guess you could optimistically write something and then scan, but you would never find out the tape was emptied before. I guess you could. If you read a red, it means you made it all the way to the end of the tape. So maybe you write a red optimistically, and then read, and if the red that you got, if the thing you got was a red, it must be one of the ones you optimistically wrote, and you should unwrite it. Otherwise, you should replace it and continue on? I don't know how you could do that to be more efficient, though. Anyway, that's enough for Prescription, and we're done with body division. And did okay metal-wise. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.